Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It Kino, your favorite movie review podcast, and my god, we're actually reviewing new movies again. I can't believe I finally lived to see the day. Thank God for fucking Pixar and to a lesser extent DC for actually releasing new blockbuster films in the year 2020, year of our Lord, even though this is probably coming out in 2021. I am your host, Florian Himsel, joined as always by Asperger Raps.
Do we always have to do this bit with someone else? God damn it.
If somebody...
People aren't going to know who we are at the end of this.
Oh yeah, the idea is that if there's a new Is It Kino listener who has never listened to the show before, they'll just instantly be completely confused as to what the fuck is going on. They have to... If you're not in the know, you go to the auto zone, baby. Get the fuck off my podcast.
They can't even watch the old episodes because they're gone somehow, and they'll never know who we are. God damn.
I'm sure somebody has archived the 5,000 old episodes of Is It Kino that probably should not see the light of day.
Yeah, they're definitely lost.
Yeah, thank God.
They're in the afterlife.
Speaking of the afterlife, what did you think of Inside Out? Rated R.
Well, it's actually funny that you would ask, because I've actually rewatched Inside Out for this very occasion.
Because it was the same director of this new film?
Well, I didn't know that, but no, it's because I actually didn't like Inside Out in the day, but now I've rewatched it and I've seen that I was wrong, and it's actually really good as well.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
What did you think of the director of Inside Out's newest film, Soul, rated PG?
I know I say this a lot, but this is definitely the movie of the year, okay?
How often do you say that? I don't think you've said... I mean, you might have said that about the Santa Claus movie.
Yeah, I said it about Feels Good Man, Santa Claus, and now this.
Well, they're all different genres, so you could say Feels Good Man is the documentary of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess the Santa Claus movie is also the documentary of the year, so it would be really hard to choose.
Yeah, they finally found Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's a true story. Mel Gibson really is Santa Claus.
Yep. Every year he makes his round. Oh no.
So, why is Soul movie of the year?
Well, I mean, it's just got that Disney, Pixar magic. It's all just like back in the day when you watched one of those movies and it was just good, unequivocal, clean in every way, I guess. That there's humor, but it's not too crazy. And it just tackles a really important issue of life, and it does it well. We learn something about ourselves and how we'd like to have things, and how we shouldn't waste our time. And I don't agree with it, and I still like it. Okay,
you don't agree with the message of the film?
I don't agree with the message that you shouldn't be obsessed. And I hate the fact that they think, oh, if you're obsessed, you're going to become a lost soul. You're going to be wandering the land between this life and the afterlife. You're going to be an abomination. Let me be obsessed if I want to, okay? I don't need to clean my room. I don't need to have friends in the real world. I'm gonna die anyways. Why do I need to not be obsessed? Let me do what I want.
You should probably clean your room.
Maybe
there's probably cockroaches under the corn pizza boxes just waiting for you to exterminate them.
Oh, it's real gross, yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Now I see why you don't want anybody coming over.
It's basically like that movie, Joe's Apartment.
I have not seen that. Is that Tom Hanks? Or is that Joe versus the volcano?
Man, you should see that movie. Oh, man,
Joe's Apartment? What the fuck is that about?
Well, it's about a guy who moves into New York, and then his apartment is plagued by sentient cockroaches, millions of them. And first he fights them, and in the end he comes to live with them, and they help him when he goes on dates, and everything is disgusting, and I love it.
Is this an animated film?
It's live action.
Oh my god. Oh no. When did this come out?
Oh, ages ago. It's pretty old.
Oh wow. That sounds like a future kino. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Everyone thinks it's a terrible movie, but I always liked it when I watched it.
Well, you know me, I tend to also enjoy terrible movies, so hey. But let's talk about a not so terrible movie, Inside Out, rated R. No, so this
We'll
movie,
get to it eventually.
this is one of those rare movies where there is no antagonist and it actually works. There is not a bad guy in the entire film. It's just about a bunch of people living their own lives with their own goals, their own aspirations, their own wants and needs, and the conflict that naturally arises because of the circumstance. Would you agree? Do you think there's any actual villain in the film?
Yeah, basically not, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it's always impressive when you can make a narrative that is engaging and exciting without having the stereotypical good versus evil conflict.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I guess, yeah, Pixar's nailed it. I guess we have some of that in other movies, but in this one, no need for it.
So I guess if we want to explain the plot to people who haven't seen this movie yet, it's about this guy named Joe Gardner, and I was pretty excited that the guy's name is Joe Gardner because that's actually I used to work with a guy named Joe Gardner, and I put him in my book, The Triflers, and his name in the book is also Joe Gardner, so I think Pixar might have ripped me off on this one.
Yeah, I thought it sounded familiar. Damn.
Yeah, they robbed me. They robbed me of my minor character that's in a couple chapters of my book, and I think I should sue.
Absolutely, man. Do it.
Yeah, I'm going to get right on that, even though I stole the name from a real-life guy who I worked with, so maybe he's going to sue me, and then I can sue Pixar.
Oh, no.
But it's about a guy who he's a middle school music teacher, but his real dream is to play with some fucking big-assed woman playing the saxophone, and that's his dream, and he finally has a chance, but then he dies, and he's like, fuck this shit, I want to live so I can go play with the big-assed saxophone lady. And he's trying to whatever he can to get back into his body and come back alive, and that's the main thrust of the film.
Now, did you actually pay attention when he died?
Wait, he walked into a manhole?
Yeah, but did you see how he walked before that? Oh my god. It's like he was so happy, he was basically trying to die almost.
We've all been there.
He walks into traffic, he walks under that stuff that almost fell on him. He died like 5 ways almost on his way there until he finally died in the manhole, I guess.
Yeah, that's, you know what, some classic Pixar humor. It reminds me of a Toy Story 4 with Forky. I love humor about people trying to commit suicide in all these different ways.
Oh man, that guy, he was so happy he didn't even consider he had to live. Oh man.
So then he's in the afterlife, and they're trying to take him into the great beyond, but he says, "No, fuck that shit, fam. I'm gonna go undercover and pretend that I'm a psychologist." And the idea is that when a really aspirational person dies, they get the job in the afterlife of being a mentor for the next souls that are going to, become babies on Earth and grow up and be humans and shit. So he gets confused for being this Nobel Prize winning psychotherapist for children, and they're like, okay, we've got this soul who's been here since the very beginning, and this soul has been mentored by fucking Albert Einstein and Abraham Lincoln and every famous person in history, and we're gonna have lots of little clever jokes about that sprinkled throughout the movie. But hey, can you mentor this person and convince this soul that they should go to Earth? And then he decides, fuck that, I'm gonna take this soul's Earth pass and I'm gonna go be on Earth instead. And she's like, yeah, that's a great idea. So then they try to do that. That's the second act of the film.
Yeah, the part where they were like, there were these many famous people. I think that's probably like the dumbest joke there is. It's
you don't like that stuff?
No, it's the worst. It's like Bill and Ted kind of stupid. Oh my god.
You don't like Bill and Ted?
I actually do like Bill and Ted,
Yeah,
but
what
I
the
hate
fuck?
that part.
Oh.
I hate how it's just like, oh, only the famous people are relevant, nobody else. It's
Well,
like,
if they're making a joke about some random peasant from the 1700s, you probably won't get the joke. I think taking historical figures and making jokes about their most famous aspects of their lives, I think that's ripe for good humor.
you really liked that part? Damn, I hated that part.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine with all the references to famous figures and how they would be upset that this soul does not want to, become inspired to go down to Earth.
It's like, oh yeah, it's the famous people, and they always get to hear about that one thing that they're famous for. Wow, it's so cool. Wow, we're really really breaking the.
I think you're just sensitive because the only things anybody knows about you is Binding of Isaac and corn pizza, and you really wish they knew something else.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
We got it.
Maybe I've just been disappointed ever since. Who knows?
Florian Himsel in a nutshell. He's Austrian. He made a shitty game 12 years ago, and he likes to eat corn pizza. Those are the three tenets of your personality that, long after you're dead and gone, 20 years from now, those are the only things people are going to remember you by, and it's because of this podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a mentor in the afterlife, and that little rat kid is gonna make fun of the fact that I made a game. Yeah, that will be my life.
You're going to pull out some corn pizza and give it to the soul and say, "Hey, man, if you go down to Earth, you'll get some corn pizza. Hey, maybe that'll be the spark that inspires you to become a human."
Well, that definitely didn't work. They can't taste any food up there.
That's right.
How'd that be destroyed?
I mean, if you're trying to entice somebody to join the mortal coil with corn pizza, you probably wouldn't get too far anyway.
Well, the pizza was certainly there to be enticed. Oh well, guess that part didn't work.
So the big plot twist that I did not see coming is that the Joe Gardner soul and the 22 soul, the soul that does not want to become a human is named 22. They end up falling into Earth, and the 22 soul lands in Joe's body, and Joe lands in the body of a therapy cat while he was in the hospital bed. And I did not expect the movie to take that turn, and that's really when I think the movie was firing on all cylinders for me. I was sort of meh on the movie until this point, but once they were in the body swap and he's stuck in a cat and all that, I thought the movie really figured itself out, and that's when I really started to enjoy it. What about you? Was that the moment when you hated the movie?
No, I love that part. That part was great.
Okay,
I
good.
also love the ship when the guys come in, the hippies, and they're like, we know how to commune with the afterlife, and we meet here on the weekend so we can ride a pirate ship. I love that part, and then they know their shit, and they help him get to his body. That was great.
Yeah, on the most recent episode of the Trash Rats podcast, Reactor was trying to convince us that we should start meditating. And after this movie, I think, maybe I should start meditating if I can go into the afterlife as a pirate, hippie, and wrangle up some lost souls. That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, perfect. That was really cool, and then the way they tied it into the real world, and they found him, and he was spinning his sign. That was all really well done. Just a really good script, I guess, and good execution all around.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess if you have any specifics you want to dive into, I know the discourse on Twitter was that this is finally a Pixar movie for black people, and I saw a lot of I saw a lot of famous black Twitter accounts being like, look at how they animate the hair in this movie. Finally, a movie gets us black people correct. This is what we look like. No, I mean, what do you mean?
Really? Did that happen?
Yeah, they're praising the movie because it shows the intricacies of black culture, like going to a barber shop. Oh man, wow, you really nailed it. Good job, Pixar. You understand the black plight. They go to barber shops. Truly a unique experience.
Man, that was crazy to me. Like, this is the first one where they have black people, and the art style they pick is just like huge lips and tiny heads. Why?
I wasn't gonna say that it kind of looks like monkeys, but it kind of looks like monkeys.
The nose is so big. Why? This is it. This is the revenge of the Song of the South. It's finally come back.
Yeah, they're doing the same stereotypes, but now these are meant to be, cherished and loved. When Song of the South did it, it was offensive.
Yeah, I can't wait till someone photoshops a melon over that pizza that he eats. I can't believe they did this, and I guess it's interesting.
The Twitter discourse is that they did it right, and that it's photo accurate to their people. That's what they're saying on Twitter.
Like, if you look at these black models that they've created, it's disturbing. They're like all mouths and noses. And tiny heads. Oh my! And then you see the white people next to them, and they look largely normal. I mean, they have slightly larger lips. I guess the art style in this movie is that everyone has slightly larger lips, but then black people just have huge lips.
I'm gonna cut all of your audio out of context and just fucking upload it and not even do the whole podcast.
No.
How would you know? How many black people do you see on a daily basis in Austria? How do you know what they look like?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they really do look like that. I mean, I guess is the stereotype based on what they really look like. I guess.
You know what? Maybe we should find something else to talk about. I think we're gonna get in trouble. I always thought the stereotype was fine. No, never mind. So what are some other aspects of the film? Let's talk more about the philosophy, because it's a very most of the film, like the plot itself, is really deep in the sort of philosophy and all these other big words that I don't really know how to say. And you said you disagreed with the message of the film, so maybe you should go through what the message even is and how it is portrayed in the movie.
I mean, I guess the message is that he's worked his whole life to get this career, and he's neglected parts of his life, and that was a mistake, even though he's finally going to get his lucky break. But then he finally does get his lucky break, and he finally gets to play music with that big black lady, and then he's like, that was it?
Yeah, it's a nightmare when you finally achieve your lifelong dream and then you still don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel accomplished. I'm not saying I can super relate to that, but at certain moments I feel like, oh, this is what I always wanted, and now that I have it, I don't even like it. Shit.
I mean, I think it's pretty dumb altogether. I think when he finally does it, it's been after he's had like a life-altering experience. Yeah, I could see how now you're not that big into playing music every day anymore. Okay.
But his whole life, and even while he was on stage, he thought that his spark, his like purpose in the world was to play music, and then he learns the lesson, no, your spark is not your purpose. It's just what gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning. That's not the same thing as a purpose. And I think his real purpose, well, at least the purpose of 22, because the whole the thrust of the movie is 22 is trying to find her purpose so that she can go down to Earth. And I think her purpose was, after being mentored by the greatest mentors in history for millennia now, when she's in Joe Gardner's body, she essentially mentors and inspires other people, even if it is by accident. And I imagine, the movie does not spell this out, but I imagine when 22 grows up, she'll probably be just a mentor on Earth to other people.
I thought that was going to be what Joe Gardner will do from now on. I thought he was really going to love his teacher role from now on.
Yeah, it might be both.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I guess I didn't see it that way. I thought that 22 was just like the most annoying brat, and now she's finally gone a way to mess with him even further. So of course she tries to steal his body. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
God.
I mean, Florian, what is your spark? What was your magical patch that allowed you to leave the before life and come to Earth? What is the thing that drives you to wake up every morning and to exist as a human?
Well, it's clearly to play video games.
To play them or to make them?
To play them.
Oh my God.
It's pretty obvious at this point.
Fucking
Maybe I'm like
lazy. You're a leech on society.
Yeah, maybe I'm one of those lost souls that just like when I'm playing my games, I just become like a lumbering black mass. And that's,
Yeah. And
Yeah,
not the
become
ones
like
that were on Earth either.
no, I become a huge black iceberg, and then that pirate ship sinks when they hit me.
So you're too much in the zone. You play these video games so much that your passion in life is playing video games, but you're so obsessed that now every game to you is literally unplayable, and you have to make videos bitching about the thing that you love most. You really are one of these black zombie monsters just roaming the afterlife, trying to find a real purpose.
Hey, I'm trying to make him better, okay? Nobody understands me. The show is about giving those games some tough love so they can improve. Come on. I finally have a way of making videos, and then they organically get views, and it's all hate comments. They're like, "Oh, you're a stupid idiot. You don't know what you're talking about."
Because you're taking the fucking Psy approach and trying to be as extreme as possible. And you're like, "Oh, this game is literally unplayable," and then like, half the video is about how the game is great and just needs a few minor improvements. Like, maybe just change the title of the program, and people won't be so upset.
But then it won't get any views.
But you're just getting hate views of people who think you hate the game that you actually like.
Well, I mean, there were like 2 games that I really hated, but this new one, everyone thinks I hate it. But I said multiple times it was fine.
But the title of the video says it's literally unplayable. They just click on it, comment, and leave. They don't even watch the shit.
No, they're better than that. And that's what happened when I did glitch text. But these ones, the gunfire people, they actually listen to the video, and they don't understand it, and the arguments are stupid, but they really engage with it.
Or maybe they just disagree with your opinion.
Yeah, you can't disagree.
Okay.
Opinions are not to be disagreed with.
Yeah, you are the YouTuber. Your opinion is more important than theirs because they're watching your video.
Yeah, I'm going to make lots of videos on that game, and I'm probably milk that one, I think.
Did you get a lot of views on that?
Yeah, it's almost 1,000. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing better than our Fargo Season 4 review.
Oh, yeah, I watched Fargo Season 1 for nothing.
Well, you didn't have to. It sounds like you enjoyed watching it, so it's not like it was homework.
Yeah, it was great. I can't believe how much I forgot from when I watched it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think people should be allowed to obsess about stuff. I think that's the whole point of life is to obsess about something.
Yeah, I think the movie has a distinction between a healthy obsession and something that you become so obsessed with it, like Joe Gardner, that you start your whole life
Running
becomes
into traffic.
he's so obsessed with this one thing that he ends up fucking killing himself by accident because he's not paying attention to the world around him. And at the very end, like his final line of dialogue is, "Oh, I'm finally back alive. I'm going to live every single day to its fullest in the moment." Instead of obsessing over the things that he doesn't have and the things that he wants to do, why not just enjoy every moment of the everyday life that you have? While at the same time, you can still work towards your goals, but that doesn't mean you should compartmentalize your dreams so much that you ignore every other aspect of life.
Well, I mean, I thought he was fine in his life.
He killed himself because he was so obsessed.
I mean, that could have happened to anyone. People die stupidly all the time. At least he was happy when he died. It's really weird that all the people, they're just happy to go into the big bug zapper. That's the afterlife. To have their soul destroyed. They're all at peace and are willing to go. Why? Why is he the only one who's freaking out? That doesn't make any sense.
I guess. I don't know. If I died, man, I'd be so hyped to find out that the afterlife was real? Because, I mean, as we both know, there is no such thing. And when we die, it's just nothing. So death is the same thing as before you were alive. Like, there is nothing there. It would be great if I woke up as a soul and got to enter the afterlife. That'd be, fuck that, man. Fuck the earth. Take me to the afterlife right fucking now. I'll kill myself in a sewer grate right this second if I can.
Well, but then you'd have to be immortal in the afterlife, or not? I don't know. What?
I would imagine the afterlife is a lot better than my life here.
Wow.
You don't think that heaven would be more enjoyable than fucking living in your dirty apartment playing games you don't even like?
If you're gonna go to heaven?
Yes.
Wow. Pretty high opinion of yourself, huh?
How hard is it to get into heaven? I think I'm a pretty good person, all things considered.
Well, it's basically impossible, don't you? Read the Bible.
I guess if you've seen The Good Place, nobody's made it into heaven in like 200 years.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. Yeah, just wait till you... I guess it's time for your dick flattening.
Oh, no!
That name comes from... I genuinely don't know if that's where that meme comes from.
Dick flattening?
Yeah, isn't that something they say in The Good Place?
That's not a meme that I've heard in my entire life. You must go to some weird websites.
You don't know that meme where it says, honey, it's time for your 4 p.m. dick flattening?
No. I've seen one that says, honey, it's time for your 4 p.m. hug, not a fucking dick flattening.
And then the guy says, okay.
That's a real simp.
Yeah. Well, or he's a real bottom, I guess. You never know.
If you had a hot mommy waifu, would you let her flatten your dick?
Hell no.
Why not?
That sounds horrible.
Just say, okay.
Okay.
You should call up Anna Meme. You can be the voice actor for that meme. You got it perfect.
Yeah. I did it. I guess you should send him the clip.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send him the clip of you saying, why do the black people have such big lips?
Hey, you know what? I did learn something else about dick flattening, though.
Okay.
Apparently there is something that's called a toothpaste method where you squeeze your dick after you've peed to get the last drips of pee out. Have you ever done that?
I mean, I shake it a few times. I don't usually have like excess pee that drips into my pants or anything like that. I know that incontinence like that might be an issue for older folk like you, but I've never really had a problem with piss driplets in my underwear.
Oh man, well.
Wait, so they flatten their dick after every time they pee? They flatten their dick like a toothpaste to get the last drop of pee out?
Yeah, you never do that? Wow. Well,
I don't
one day
flatten it, man. You just fucking shake it a few times and then leave.
Yeah, it feels really weird. I don't know why they do it.
I mean, the fact that you know how it feels probably tells us that you know how to do it and that you've done it.
Well, I had to try it.
You had to?
How did they do it? Yeah, I bet you're going to try it now. You can't stop yourself.
Why would I need to, man? My pee comes out when I fucking pee.
It's time for your 4 p.m. dick flattening.
Yeah, if you pee every day at 4 p.m., I guess.
You have to say okay.
Okay.
There we go.
If you had a girlfriend who had a pee fetish and she wanted to hold your dick while you peed every time, would you let her do it? Like she wants to aim it like a fire hose into the toilet. Would you let her do it?
At the toilet?
If she wanted to aim your dick while you're peeing into the toilet, would you let her do it?
I thought she'd get naked and do it in the shower.
No.
On herself.
That's your dream?
Well, I don't know. That's a piss fetish. She just likes to hold it. That's weird.
I mean, imagine you're a girl and you spend your whole life, every time you have to pee, you got to sit down on a disgusting toilet seat. Man, girls probably fantasize about having dicks just for the purpose of taking a piss. Do you know how cool it is to be able to stand up and aim your piss wherever you want with a little fucking fire hose? Man, if I was a chick, I'd want to try that shit out. It's fun. You could pee in the snow, spell your name.
It's too bad they didn't show that in the movie, because that must have happened, right?
Yeah, when the soul is in Joe Gardner's body, she has to go take a piss.
Yeah, I mean, eventually.
They had a joke like that in Freaky that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I guess so. She didn't like do the helicopter or anything, did she?
I mean, she talked about how much better it was to pee as a guy, I think.
Oh yeah, that's where we got that from. Yeah, it must be pretty nice.
Well, you didn't answer the
guess.
question. Will you let your future mommy GF aim your piss stream?
No, man.
Why not?
It's not worth it.
Not worth it. What, you don't want her to see what it looks like when you piss?
Man, I piss like every half an hour. It's not gonna be worth it.
Oh.
I'd hate it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't even know if I want to have a girlfriend. It seems too complicated. I think it's just better to have it more casual, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I got a new lady in here every night. That's my motto.
That's how it should be, yeah.
Yep, I got a whole line of women outside the trailer park waiting to come get their turn with the monkey.
With the hose.
And then, every time you come, you got to go pee to clean out the pipes, and I always let her aim it in the snow and spell whatever she wants.
That's always snow.
My incel neighbor comes over, and he's so jealous that I got this hot babe spelling out shit with my piss.
Yep. Well, this is it.
Yeah, this is a very wholesome discussion for this Pixar movie.
Yeah, kids are gonna come and look at this.
Yeah, kids are probably going to come when they hear us talking about this.
No.
Uh-oh. Florian, why did you say that doing an impression of me?
You know what you did.
True. Well, we've gone on for half an hour and we've barely talked about the movie. Do you have any other aspects of the film you want to talk about?
Well, I guess we should definitely talk about the Jerrys. They're pretty cool, right?
Oh, yeah. Lay epic Rick and Morty reference, folks. We did it. Character named Jerry. So funny. We did it.
No way. Well, yeah, I really like the art style they're in. And I guess Terry's really cool, too. I like how he's just short.
Yeah, at least one aspect of the art style in this movie was not blatantly offensive.
Yeah, well, I guess most of the afterlife, even his large lips disappeared, I guess.
No, it was so crucial to the character. They had to have him.
Well, his mouth was still really large, but I guess there were no lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, the afterlife creatures were very, I guess, coolly animated. I liked what they did with that, for sure.
Yeah, I like the way they talk and how they're like really chill.
Yeah.
And how they're just running the universe, and but then they also don't care if the soul randomly wanders around.
Yeah, it's a chill place to be, the afterlife. I can't wait to go there myself.
Well, I mean, I guess you'd be pretty lucky to make it there and into the pre-life or whatever.
Well, all you got to do is jump off the conveyor belt, and you'll fall down to the pre-life.
Yeah, it's bizarre that doesn't happen more, huh? It's really weird.
I guess so.
I guess you don't want to plunge yourself into the endless depths. Well, I guess he had to break through some kind of force field too. Really weird.
Are there any other elements of the philosophy behind the film that you think we should talk about?
Philosophy. Was there anything else I missed it?
There might have been. I don't really know. All I know is I watched Wonder Woman 1984 and Soul back to back, and this was a great palate cleanser, a movie that actually was enjoyable. So that's the best I can say about it, really.
Yeah, sometimes a movie gets really good if you watch something bad before it, like that Frozen bit in in front of that one movie. What movie was that? Was it Moana?
No, because I did not see Moana in the theater, but I did see the 20-minute Frozen short film.
Yeah, you did. I remember you saw it.
What movie was that? That must have been some animated movie, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Huh, it wasn't Inside Out. No, that couldn't have been.
Was it a Pixar movie? Was it Toy Story 4, maybe? No, probably not.
It would have had to be a Pixar movie. It could have been Toy Story, yeah.
Well, Frozen's not a Pixar movie.
Oh, fuck.
That's
I
just
don't know that.
it's just normal Disney, but Pixar is part of Disney, so it could have. I mean, it could have been. I have no fucking clue. I don't really care.
I like when they still used to do like little shorts before, I guess.
They probably would have done it for this movie if it was in theaters.
Maybe. I wonder what they would have used.
Maybe a sequel to that short film about the mom, like the Asian mom whose son is like a wonton. You remember that one?
That one was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who got eaten in the end of that one?
I don't remember, but I do think it won an Oscar for best animated short film.
Wow. Did she just eat him at the end? Wow.
Hard
so
to tell.
Leave her.
Well, is that it? Are we all done talking about Soul then? Are we just going to say, you know what? It's pretty kino. Go check it out. It's free on Disney Plus.
I guess it's hard to describe all the good craftsmanship that went into it. Yeah, I guess everyone should definitely watch it.
Yeah, I told my parents to check it out, and my dad said it was only slightly better than Wonder Woman. So he clearly just he's not a big fan.
A 5 out of 10, right?
Yep, 5 out of 10. If it's not Shawshank or Rambo, it's a 5 out of 10.
Well, Rambo is pretty good.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it for Is It Kino? Volume this one. First Kino of the new year. What are we going to watch next?
You mean besides Joe's apartment?
Yeah, besides Joe's apartment. What else are we going to watch? Oh, should we announce that?
Attack on Titan.
Should we announce that we wanted to do a contest and the winner can choose a movie for us to watch?
Yeah, you just need to make a theme song for us, and then you'll get to tell us one movie to watch.
So how long, if we want to do an original opening theme song for every episode of this show, how long should the theme song be? Are we looking for an instrumental, or should they have vocals in it? What are you thinking?
I guess it could be like 15 seconds with vocals, or
without vocals, I guess. But yeah, vocals would be cool.
I mean, if it's something that's instrumental and it starts strong and then I guess it fades away, it could go for a minute and we talk over like most of it, I guess. Like you're doing it now. Oh yeah, I guess you showed me whatever that music was. What was it again?
It was it's a Mega Man Legends song called Flutter versus Gesellschaft is what I'm using currently for Izakino. But hey, if you make music and you think, I know a little tune that would sound good at the beginning of each Izakino, just make us a little clip and send it to mumkeyartcontest@gmail.com. And the winner gets to, whoever we choose gets to choose a movie that we review in the future.
Yeah, choose something good, please.
Or choose something bad.
Yeah, maybe.
And so you are going to make an animated opening to accompany the theme song? Is that what you said?
I mean, if the theme song's good for that, sure.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, if you want to make a song that Florian pays some other guy to animate, this is the contest for you.
I mean, if it's like 15 seconds of animation, it's probably not too bad, sure.
Cool. Okay, well, Is that it for Is It Kino today?
Yeah, it's Kino.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.